Welcome back. What we just saw was one of the more unique vehicles in the Rebel Alliance, the B-Wing fighter. Very interesting aircraft. Well, we'll call it an aircraft. It's a spaceship. I'll go into the model in just a second here, but I love the box. I've always been a fan of the artwork from the original trilogy. Return of the Jedi, especially. I think, of course, Empire Strikes Back is my favorite. It's everybody's favorite, but Return of the Jedi, the artwork is really good. And these boxes are just wonderful as well. Excuse me. Of course, we're seeing the product itself. I've got more of the same of the front of the box. Got the decal layout, which is very helpful. Just really cool. On the inside of the box, it's kind of neat as well. We have actual images from the movie, which is really cool. I feel like we only saw the B-Wing in these sort of preparation clips, like when they're approaching the Death Star or when they were ready to jump to hyperspace. I don't think we actually ever saw any fighting in the movie. I could be wrong about that as well. There's one right there, in fact. Some more really cool pictures here. I mean, this is just such a wonderful movie, too. Yeah. So it's a really cool box art, which is nice. box away here. Okay, so we got the kit itself. Comes on a neat little stand, kind of flimsy, but I mean it's a lightweight model kit. Some neat features as well. Of course, the B-wing being, take it off the stand here. The B-wing being a very unique design. The cockpit will swivel, so when it's flying through space, it can maneuver. It can do a lot of weird sort of shifting of its body. Wings or S-foils like the X-wing has, opens them up. Really cool. They're also on a soft ratchet, which is really neat. So they're not going to just flop around. The decals are pretty good. Now, I did opt, and I know a lot of people are going to say, well, what's the matter with you? I hate water slide decals with a passion. Just absolutely despise water slide decals. The nice thing about this particular kit, at least for me, is it comes with both. It comes with water slide, and it comes with a standard sheet of self-sticking decals. Now I of course put a clear coat over the whole thing, so I believe they'll stay where they are. But I just can't stand working with water slide decals. That's about it. I mean, not a lot to go into. The canopy is very poorly fitted. I haven't actually glued it in place because I want to finish painting the lines on it. But it's not a very snug fit. But I know you can't see it, but it's just a really poor fit. It's very loose. When I glue it, I'm going to have to be extra careful. Very, very nice little model. One thing I wish that they would do with these things is I really wish that they would sort of standardize the scale. This one in particular is especially underscaled, especially when you can compare it to the X-wing, the snap-tight X-wing from that same line, the MPC snap-it line, which I happen to have here. It's a fun little kit as well, but just basing it on the size of the pilot, you can see that there's just such a huge problem in the scaling there. So I believe the B-wing model is probably half its proper size when you compare it to this particular ship's scale. If they were to take all of the ships or all of the kits and make them scale with each other, this X-wing, and base it off the size of the X-wing, this B-wing would probably have to be twice its size. And that's fine. I mean, I would love to build a bigger one. But I mean, it is what it is. It looks real good. Very, very pleased with it. It was a fun little kit to build as well. It's not complicated. It only has like 24, 25 parts. And it's fairly well detailed. I'm very impressed with its appearance. Of course, I'm basing most of my experience with the B-wing on the original Return of the Jedi action figure toy. I had that as a kid. And it's very similar in every way. But it was a fun kit. I think if you can still find it, of course, this is a reissue. I found mine at Walmart. Oddly enough, Walmart, in my area anyway, once or twice a year they put out a pallet just covered in all these great model kits. Sometimes the selection is better than other times. This time around there was a number of Star Wars and Star Trek kits, so I grabbed a few. I have 2 X-wings and of course the B-wing. I might pick up a couple more because the pallet is still at my store. But if you can find a store that has the pallet and it has these, grab them. They're $21, $22 each. Super great fun and not a complicated build. It's a good weekend build. And I think you'd enjoy it. So again, if you find it, pick it up. It's worth the money. It really is.